it's more like every meeting is constant learning. Like I could have a million meetings with Coach Shu, and I'm gonna learn something new every time. I feel like that's something you learn really quick, really quick, especially being a linebacker here at UGA. You have to know a lot, especially when you have a linebacker coach like Coach Shu, who's always going to teach you each level of the defense, safeties, DBs, D line. You got to make sure you know everything, and every day you learn. He's a genius for it.
We got to see a little bit of Raylan last season. Just what have you seen from him this spring as he's going through it and continuing to grow from his freshman year?
I'm seeing constant improvement. Just mistakes that were made prior being fixed up, but that comes with practice every day in day out. But a good season towards him.
Terrell, you had a couple other. I mean, you're pretty highly rated out of high school, and you could have gone to anywhere else. But what made you come to UGA?
I mean, it's UGA. UGA is known for developing good players. So, I mean, I came to UGA to become a good player. That was kind of the main intention.
Terrell, ETN has a body of work that played a lot of SEC football. What's your impressions of the other Georgia running backs in terms of what you've seen this spring out of them?
You said the other Georgia running backs?
Yeah.
I think we have a lot of depth in our running back room. Each running back has a lot of skills, a certain skill set that they bring to the table, and I think moving forward towards the year, we'll be good in running back room.
What have you seen from Justin Williams so far, and what's impressed you about him as a young guy in that room?
Justin has a lot of speed. He's a big guy, smart. I can tell he's gonna have a promising career ahead of him. That guy's pretty cool. That's my boy. But I can just you can tell the potential that he has for sure.
Yeah, I believe you kind of popped onto the scene last spring game. I think you had a really good G-Day last year. So what are you looking forward to this spring game for you as an opportunity to maybe get some more playing time?
Well, it's been a journey of just the entire spring in general for me. Just constantly trying to make sure I'm improving day in and day out. So G-Day is just another day of making sure I add a +1 to it, in my opinion.
Kind of breaking away from football a little bit. I know that you had your SGA run with you and Miles Thornton. I wanted to ask about how that experience was and going through that process and stuff like that, and just being able to work with Miles on that project, even if it didn't go the way exactly you guys wanted it to.
Yeah, it was actually really fun. I feel like in the football bubble, we're not exposed to a lot of things around campus, and we're not able to see just the way certain things goes down. And so it allowed me to meet a lot of new people, experience a lot of things I wouldn't be able to experience just doing what I do. It was really fun too. So I enjoyed being able to do that. Plus we plan on running again. So to try number two.
How have you seen really the entire inside linebacker room step up with Smile not available this spring? Just how the entire group has made the most of the reps that are available with them watching from the sideline?
Well, in the linebacker room, the standard is the standard. So being that Smile is out, it was just expected of us to meet that standard. So we're all just trying to play to the level that Coach Shu expects us to play. And with Smile gone, it's just allows us all to get more reps and improve on each individual skill. So yeah.
How long did it take you before you fully understand this defense? I remember asking the same question to Kobe. He said it took him almost a full year. How long did it take you before you knew absolutely everything that was your job?
Well, to know your job, probably a year, maybe even more. Like I feel like I started to even understand like the defensive concepts and as a grouping till last year, to be honest. But if you ask me, I don't think you really ever fully get it until like you just constantly able to get those reps. You're constantly learning more and more about the defense day in and day out. So I feel, even though I've learned what my job is, I feel like my job's not. I still haven't learned everything there is to know about the defense until I know what everyone else is doing.
more questions?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you and Dalen Everett actually played together at IMG and came
Mhm.
together here at the same time. What has it been like to kind of experience playing on the same defense together from high school all the way through, and now both of you going into your third years here at Georgia?
It's cool. It's actually kind of surreal sometimes when we think back on it, because we'll sometimes like recall back on like, oh man, remember when you was doing blah blah blah? Because I used to play DB in high school, so whenever I make some type of PBU, he's like, man, that's IMG Terrell and stuff like that. It's just we'll recall back on the days. But we also with Jonell was for a short time playing with us, but sometimes we just recall on it. But now we're here, so we just look ahead.
Any more for Terrell? All right, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Terrell.
Appreciate it. Thank you.